We are back with Claudia Arizmendi and Bill McGinnis, owners of Ottawa's Cupcake Lounge. We are deep into the pairing of wine and cupcakes, having a lot of fun with it, and we are about to move into the red wine. So, folks, I have a Pinot Noir from Niagara here, Flat Rock Pinot Noir. Love it. It's juicy. It's got lots of berry fruit. Which cupcake would you put with this one?
I would definitely choose the red velvet.
Ah, okay. Red velvet is a classic cupcake. Maybe you can just describe it a little bit as to how it's made. Or it's chocolate on the bottom?
It is a reddish with like a hint of chocolate flavor. It is red chocolate flavor in the center. So this is the only one that we have red color, unfortunately. We are trying and testing natural red color this week, and hopefully it will work because we are trying beets, we are trying raspberries, everything that you can imagine that is deep red, and as soon as we bake it, it changes the color. So it is real red color into it, and cocoa powder.
You're on the right track, though. Raspberries, cherries, those are signature flavors, especially in New World Pinot Noir. But it's interesting that you've chosen the cupcake with a bit of a red tinge as opposed to diving into the deep end with chocolate and Pinot Noir. So, do you have a Pinot Noir there as well?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
We have the Mirassou Winery Pinot Noir from California.
That's another good one. And lots of berry fruit. Do you think a cupcake needs a New World Pinot Noir as opposed to like Burgundy or a drier Pinot Noir from the Old World?
That's a great question. I really don't know the answer to that question. Certainly, the whole thing about red velvet, and I'm not an expert on red velvet cupcakes by any stretch, but red velvet comes from the south of the United States, and so I don't know the Mirassou Pinot Noir. It's not too strong. It's very elegant, and I think it's a really nice combination for the red cocoa cake.
Yeah, it has the cherry fruit to carry it, as does the Flat Rock, I find. Again, not a clash, a nice combination. It really surprising. Okay, so you folks have a full-bodied Shiraz. What would you pair that with? It's you tell us which one it is that you've chosen.
Well, the one that we have is Molly Duker, the Boxer Shiraz. I'll just show you the bottle.
That's always a fun label from Australia.
Yes.
Correct, exactly. So this is a delicious Shiraz. We like it very much, and we found that it goes with the Guinness beer cupcake. Basically, yeah, it's strong, but it's not too sweet. The Guinness cupcake, and it's a good combination.
And the other thing about the Molly Duker, they're kind of famous for high alcohol, so you're bordering almost on a port, well, not quite, a port level alcohol, but they get up into 15, 16%, which actually does help when you're talking about richer foods that veer toward the dessert side of things. So that may be helping you as well with that match.
Yes.
Well, Natalie, I'm also pleased to report that cupcakes have an absorbency factor, which does help out when you are drinking wine.
An absorbency. It doesn't keep going. No. Yeah, no, okay. Well, that would make sense to me. And the rich, because Shiraz does have darker, blacker fruit, fleshier flavors. So
exactly.
That works. All right. So now we are into, I think it's port. I think we've got port now, which was where I would start with cupcakes, but where we are going to finish off with. Port, of course, is the dessert wine, fortified, sweet, rich, dark, can handle the most sweetest of desserts. I've got the Taylor Fladgate. Which do you have?
We have the Sandeman port.
Okay.
So this is from Portugal, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And we found that essentially this particular port matched the sweetness level of the chocolate, so it's a dark Belgian chocolate. Very rich.
Yeah, you have to go that way, I think, with this is my favorite cupcake.
I know, isn't that nice, The chocolate.
Killing me softly with chocolate. It's so rich and decadent, but so beautifully made. That's got to be a match made.
Yes, for sure.
And would you go anywhere else with the double chocolate cupcake, or would you stick with port pretty much?
You know that I find with the red wine is really nice too. So I think it's personal choices. I
Right.
think we're gonna stand to other levels. We tried chocolate in the south of Ontario last summer with the sparkly wine. We tried with the red wine, white wine, and what was the other port?
The
Right.
port.
Yeah, so it was amazing with the four.
Ice wine. Ice
Mhm.
wine.
Ice wine. It worked with ice wine.
Yes.
Yeah, that's interesting. The other match that I've seen with dark chocolate is Amarone, the really robust Italian red, or other really big reds that have both the alcohol and the aromatic or fruit heft to them to handle that.
Mm.
Well, that's terrific. Is there any sort of overall guideline that you'd suggest when it comes to cupcakes and wine, or is it more about experimentation? I want to ask that, but also, what has been the absolute best wine and cupcake combination you've ever tasted?
I love the strawberry champagne with champagne. That is amazing for Christmas, New Year's season, and Valentine's Day. Really nice.
So a strawberry champagne cupcake with champagne.
With champagne. And that is whatever champagne, even sparkly wine. So many Spanish ones and French ones that we try, Californian ones, and Canadian. So it is just, like everybody can try and explore their own, and it's just amazing.
Oh, that sounds lovely. That sounds decadent and breakfast at Tiffany's or something. And Bill, do you have a favorite one, or one that's most memorable of all you've tried?
Well, actually, there's two. Definitely the Molly Duker Shiraz and the Guinness Cupcake, I think, works quite well. And also the chocolate with the Sandeman port, I think, is a really good combination. We tried some Shirazes with the chocolate, and it just didn't work. They were competing with each other, but those two would be my tops.
Wow, that's great. Well, there is lots of food for thought here. I appreciate you folks joining me today. So Claudia Arizmendi and Bill McGinnis, owners of the Cupcake Lounge here in Ottawa. You can sample their cupcakes, and I do recommend trying this sort of tasting party with friends because it's a lot of fun. So thank you both.
You're most welcome, Natalie. Thank you.
Cheers.
Yes.
I'm going to keep going.
I know.